Hi, welcome to KWN's Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. I'm Ashley Gibson, a special services teacher at Davis Elementary.
And I'm Katie Brown. I teach reading and language arts and co-teach science and social studies.
Today we want to tell you about some new and exciting things that are happening at Davis Elementary.
We just recently hosted our very first parent roll-up night. We had parents come in and preview what they're going to see next year for their child. They got to see academically what changes have been made from grade level to grade level and what to expect coming in to the next grade level to kind of ease some tension and let the kids preview as well, come in and see what other students in that grade level are doing currently.
We also ended that activity with all the students and parents going to the gymnasium where Coach Rhonda Bradford was able to let the students show their parents the different kinds of games that they've been learning in PE this school year. Another thing that's been happening at Davis Elementary is we had a Coca-Cola fundraiser. The students worked really hard, parents worked really hard. It was a huge success. We actually are still needing volunteers on Thursday to help sort those Cokes so we can get them out to the people that bought them.
If you can volunteer, you can just contact your child's teacher or the office staff, and they'll let you know what time to be there and where you need to go. We're also going to host a lip sync this Friday. It is open to the public. It's $1 admission. Our teachers and staff at Davis and our community will be performing different lip sync acts for the students and the audience, and it's going to be a great time. It's always a lot of fun.
We always have lots of fun at the Davis Lip Sync Contest, so if you've never gotten to see one, please come out. It's only $1, and again, it benefits the Davis Chorus.
And that will be at 1:30
1:30
on this Friday, and we would love for you guys to come and join in.
The last thing we want to talk about is the Georgia Milestones. It's coming up towards the end of April. Those dates will be the 23rd through the 25th.
For third through fifth grade
Third
students.
through fifth grade. And we just wanted to give some tips for parents to kind of prepare your students for taking this big test. All the students always get really nervous about it.
Also, the fifth graders will be testing the following week on the 30th on science. So it is spread over 2 weeks. We don't test on Monday or Friday. So some good tips always are, it's just common sense tips. Make sure your child gets in bed on time. Make sure they have a good dinner and a good breakfast that morning. They can eat breakfast at school, or you can give them something at home before school. Mm-hmm. Try to ease their fears. So anything you can help them with to prepare them for seeing something that might be unfamiliar. You can get online and Google Milestones Study Guide and the grade level your child is in, and there's good information there if you wanted to look over that. Also, some things that aren't so obvious, we will be having Easter the weekend before Milestones, and a lot of people are outside for Easter doing egg hunts and things like that, and so it's very easy to get sunburned, and then when the kids have to come in and sit, it's uncomfortable whenever they're sunburned. So if you're going to be outside that weekend before, just make sure you put sunscreen on your kids and make sure they don't wear themselves out over the weekend. So maybe not just a good bedtime the night before, but a couple of days before milestones start.
It's also very important for your student to get to school on time the day of the milestones. Once test sessions start, we're not allowed to open them up for students to come in and out. So try to have your students, again, students are tardy at 8 o'clock in the classroom, so you'll need to try to drop off 5-10 minutes before that so they have time to get to their classroom, get unpacked, and get prepared to take the test.
I've also noticed with my own child, it's better for us on these days if we lay out outfits the night before, or maybe some options of outfits. Get breakfast set out and ready, whatever you can. If they're going to pack a lunch for school, do that the night before, just so your morning isn't rushed in case you do wake up late or something happens in the morning to set you off schedule. Those things are done for you so you don't have to rush around that morning and stress yourself out and your child.
And if you don't have time for breakfast, don't feel obligated. As always, we serve breakfast at Davis, so if they get to school 7:45, they have plenty of time to get to the cafeteria, eat a good breakfast, and then get back to class in time to take the test.
Most of all, encourage your child. If they think you're stressed about it, they're going to be stressed about it. So just tell them that you're confident that they're going to do their best, and that's all that matters, is that they do their best, and be their biggest cheerleader those days leading up to the test. If your child's teacher has sent home material to go over with them, when you do that, also it's the same thing. Try not to use it in a way that stresses them out, but let them know it's going to prepare them for any unknown things they may see on the test, and it will help them review things maybe they learned at the beginning of the year or they may have forgotten over the course of the year, and go at it from a positive perspective so they feel good about it when they start taking the test.
All right. In a moment, we're going to be talking to Judah Parham and Miley Chambers. Both have won the Optimism speech contest and the oratorical contest.
And the essay contest.
We'll be talking to them in a few moments. For now, let's take a short break. Thank you so much.
When you or a loved one is facing a life-limiting illness, hospice care may be the answer. At Tapestry Hospice, the patient is the focus of our care. We are here to serve you and facilitate your wishes. Tapestry caregivers are concerned with managing your pain, keeping you in touch with your physician, and helping you make plans for the future. Hospice is life-affirming, and Tapestry Hospice can help you deal with all aspects of life, mind, body, and soul. Call Tapestry Hospice for more information. 706-383-8812. That's 706-383-8812. Tapestry Hospice. Redefining hope. Hey, that cold weather is coming, and it's never too early to get your winter supplies from Rising Fawn Hardware and Supply. 4300 Highway 11 South in Rising Fawn. Everything you need to wrap pipes under the house, winterize around the doors. Make sure your outside faucets are protected, and keep those drafts from coming through the windows. Get your supplies for fall and winter for the home and farm today. Rising Fawn Hardware and Supply. 4300 Highway 11 South in Rising Fawn. Telephone 706-462-2071. A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology. The Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main offices on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When you need a licensed plumber, call Stacy Ledwell and the staff at Mr. Reuter in Scottsboro. Mr. Reuter provides your home or business with advanced solutions using high-tech equipment. Our commitment to customer satisfaction shines through in our personalized service. When you schedule an appointment, our professionals will dedicate time to explain the work that has to be done. Our staff will give you upfront pricing, so you'll know exactly what's involved before any work begins. We even pump septic tanks and do new construction on houses. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured, Mr. Reuter in Scottsboro. Call Stacy Ledwell today to set up an appointment at 256-574-4710. Have lunch or dinner at Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried chicken finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. Guthrie's can help you plan your family's meals or get-togethers with bucket specials every Tuesday, those delicious wings on Wednesday, and platters every day of the week. Plus, get sweet tea by the gallon. Remember, Guthrie's has a party room for small gatherings, too. Guthrie's, Highway 136 West in Trenton, home of those golden fried chicken fingers and the best chicken finger sauce in the world.
Guthrie's, not fast food, good food fast.
Hi, welcome back. I'm here with one of our Davis students that I would like to introduce to you. Can you tell everyone your name?
Miley Chambers,
Miley, what grade are you in?
4th grade.
And what do you like best about Davis?
How we do fun stuff with our teachers, and we do fall festivals after school and on weekends sometimes.
What's your favorite subject?
Math.
Math. Good. What do you like least about school?
Science.
Science. Okay. Miley was Davis's 4th grade Optimism essay winner. And so she's going to share her essay with us in just a minute, but I'm going to ask her a few more questions before we begin that. So, Miley, what do you like to do when you're not at school?
Play softball.
Play softball. What team do you play for?
Chattanooga Arsenal.
Okay. How often do you play softball? How often are you at the field or at practice?
Every week.
Every week. Okay. So do you just play one game at a time? Are you in tournaments? Do you travel any?
Yeah, this summer we're going to travel to Destin.
Oh, that's fun. So are you just traveling that one time, or do you do it other times?
We do it mainly every year.
Mm-hmm. Do you play in tournaments?
Yes.
Where do you usually go to play those?
Sometimes down in Alabama, up in around Chattanooga, Middle Valley, Ottawa, Cleveland, and just around Chattanooga.
So you're at a lot of different places I bet that takes a lot of hard work.
Yes.
What do you do to help you, to make sure you do well in softball? What do you have to do?
We have to be as a team. If one of us gets down on the team, everybody has to pump them up. And if everybody gets down, we normally lose the game.
So you see how your attitude affects the things that you do in your life, which is kind of what this optimism essay is about. That kind of relates back to your essay, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So do you think that softball helps you just learn things that are good to know about life? Like maybe not to give up
Yes.
or to work together?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good. I'm glad that you like that. What else do you like to do besides softball?
I like to read books on the weekend sometimes.
Good. What do you like to read?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Which one is your favorite?
The Meltdown. It's book 13.
I think that our Davis chorus was gifted the Meltdown book at Christmas time by our Board of Education. I know a lot of our kids really, really like that book. That's good. What else do you like to read besides that?
I got this book the other day at library, and it's called A Snicker of Magic, and it's a really good book.
Oh, good. So what is it about? Give us a little hint about what it's about in case we want to go check that out.
It's about a little girl traveling to a hotel, and she thinks that the hotel has magic in it,
Cool.
and it's called the Magic Hotel.
Oh, well, that would be why she thinks there's magic there, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Good. So tell me a little bit about your family.
Well, I have one brother and 2 sisters. My mom's name is Rebecca Chambers. My dad's name is Jackie Lee Chambers Jr. My older sister's name is Cameron Chambers. My little sister's name is Macy Chambers. And my little brother's name, his nickname is JT, but his real name is Jackie Lee Chambers III.
Oh, nice. That's interesting. So how does your family feel about you playing softball? Are you the only one that plays?
No, my little sister Macy and my older sister Cammie does, too.
How does your little brother feel about that?
He really wants to play football in baseball season, but then when it comes to football season, he wants to play baseball.
So he can't make up his mind.
No.
Well, it sounds like you guys get to spend a lot of time together doing softball things. That's good. I'm sure your family enjoys that. So tell me a little bit about your optimism essay. Where did you get your ideas for your essay?
I got some ideas from my older sister Cammie, and then I figured out the rest by myself.
Good. Good. Did you read books or did you use softball as an inspiration maybe sometimes?
I use softball, grades, and toy makers.
So back to grades. Sometimes when you play a sport, you spend a lot of time practicing that sport or traveling to play that sport, and it may be hard to keep your grades up. Tell me how your parents feel about your grades and how you do in school.
They have to be a A or a very high B for us to keep playing softball.
Good. So that means that your grades are a priority to you and your family, right?
Yes.
That's good. And that you have to keep those up to play.
Yes.
Good. So that's motivation for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to stay optimistic about that, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. Molly's going to take a few minutes and she's going to read her optimism essay for you guys. She was our 4th grade school winner at Davis, like I said, for our optimism essay contest.
When all the world's problems are solved, is optimism still necessary? Do you know what optimism people are? I am optimistic about a lot of things. Optimistic people are people who are hopeful for the future. People are optimistic about some things. What are you optimistic about? Well, the sport I'm optimistic about is softball. Did you know optimistic people are optimistic about sports they play? Some people like some sports and other people like different sports. Do you know what sport I am optimistic about? Well, I am optimistic about playing softball. I want to be able to play middle school ball and high school ball too. I want to be able to play college ball and get a scholarship. So people are optimistic about their sports. Did you know that some people are optimistic about their school grades? Do you know what school grades I am optimistic about? Well, I am optimistic about all my grades. I don't want any bad grades. Some people don't care about their school grades. Well, I do, and you should too. Did you know that some toy makers are optimistic about how the toy that they are making is going to sell? When some toy makers are making a toy, they are optimistic about how they are going to build it. Toy makers think about what they are going to build. Toy makers make sure that the kids will like what they build. Also, people are optimistic about what toys they have, and that is why toy makers make sure all the kids like them. Toy makers make a lot of toys for all the kids in the world. So toy makers are optimistic about making toys for kids. When all the world's problems are solved, yes, I still think optimism is still necessary. I'm optimistic about a lot of things in the world. All of the things and people I have talked about are optimistic about what they do. I did it on sports, school grades, and toy makers. I really do think optimism is still necessary.
Very good job, Miley. Very good. I did notice how you use sports when we were talking about sports. You do have to be optimistic. Even when you're doing well, you still have to have a good attitude, right? Mm-hmm. And that's in everything that we do. So you did answer your question well. Optimism is still very important. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the audience about yourself or about Davis?
Sometimes at Davis, we get buzzworthies if we're being really good or if we learn something new and the teachers give us one. And if we take it up to the office where Miss Michelle and Miss Bonnie sit up there, we give them the buzzworthy and we get a little yellow jacket tattoo. And then we get maybe a pencil, an eraser, or a small piece of candy, and then we go back down to our classrooms. When we get the buzzworthies on Fridays, Mr. Engel, he draws 5 kids out of the box that has cards in it, and if he pulls your name, you get to go up there and get a surprise.
That is a very cool thing about our school, and I think that our buzzworthies that she was talking about also encourage optimism, because a lot of teachers give buzzworthies to students who show that they don't give up, they have good attitudes, and students who meet goals, and I think that all that goes back to support an optimistic attitude. Thank you so much, Miley, for sharing your essay. I think we're going to take a quick break now.
Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net. The Moore family name has built a legacy of trust, compassion, and peace of mind by standing with families during time of loss. Now in our 70th year, the Moore family commitment grows even stronger, from affordable, traditional services to cremation. Our experienced staff stands ready to follow through on you and your family's wishes. Since 1945, the Moore family of funeral homes, North Sand Mountain and Trenton, always dedicated to those we serve.
Come on down to Landers McClarty Ford in Fort Payne, Alabama. Whether you're looking for a new car, used car, truck, or SUV. Right now, take advantage of $12,500 off in-stock 2018 F-150 2.7 XLT EcoBoost. Or enjoy up to $7,000 off select in-stock 2019 Edge. Or up to $4,000 off all in-stock 2019 Fiestas. See dealer for details and additional fees. See Landers McClarty Ford, 1916 Glen Boulevard in Fort Payne, your hometown dealer.
Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of Two-Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
Thank you again for joining us on Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. Again, I'm Ashley Gibson from Davis Elementary, and talking to me today is Judah Parham, our Optimism essay winner for Davis Elementary. Judah, can you tell us how old you are?
I am 11 years old.
And what grade are you in?
5th.
What's your favorite subject at school?
My favorite subject at school is reading.
Reading? What do you like about reading?
Well, my favorite part about reading is how we get to create the stories. I have always seen a story as a gateway to a whole nother world. And it's just, you have to use your imagination and to picture the story as you're reading it.
That's a great idea. Do you like writing as well as reading?
Mm-hmm.
All right, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself? What do you enjoy doing on the weekends besides writing and reading?
I like to, on the weekends, play around with my 3 dogs and play on my little playground house that my grandpa built for me when I was 5.
Cool.
My 3 dogs' names are Johnny, Duke, and Sandy.
Cool. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have 2 of them.
Of which ones?
Jasper, my 7-year-old brother, and Judson, a.k.a. Mr. Pud. How he got his nickname is because my younger brother, Jasper, he's always been very imaginative, and first thing that when he got home from the hospital, we still don't know why to this day, but he called Judson Mr. Pud as his nickname, and we've just stuck with it ever since.
That's a really good nickname. All right, so what did you write about in this essay? What was your job?
My job in this essay was to write a story about if all the world's problems were solved, would you still need optimism?
Was that a difficult paper for you to write, or are you naturally optimistic?
I do have to admit that I am sometimes usually quite a pessimist.
Okay.
Especially when you're in an auditorium for your cousin's wrestling match of the year, and you have that night to type it, and all you have to do is type it on a phone. Then you have to send it over to your house where your father is studying for church in his little shed that he studies in.
Okay. So, other than writing this essay, you also took part in the oratorical speech contest, right? How was that, having to talk in front of not only your peers at school, but then later you went to the county-wide contest, right? How was that?
I really can't say because it was kind of nerve-wracking. Afterwards, my legs felt like jelly.
Happens to the best of us.
But I was also very happy and excited to be there.
So what place did you place for Davis?
In Davis, I placed first place. But in the school the countywide, I placed 4th place. And
That's
sadly,
still a great accomplishment.
I know. But they only let the three people, Hilly Jarrells, Katie Bargers, and a kid from Dade County High Schools.
That's really cool. All right. Are you ready to read for us?
Yes.
Okay.
When all the world's problems have been solved, is it still necessary to be optimistic? I believe that it is necessary to be optimistic when all the world's problems have been solved. Like dictionary.com states that optimism is the idea that everything will be okay. It really is true. And I believe that being hopeful and being confident and caring about the future is very important to our survival. The definition of hope is to want something to happen or be true. If we did not care about what happens, then we would have no reason to do a good job on anything. Work would not matter. Family would not matter. Friends would not matter. Nothing would matter. That's why I think that we definitely need to have optimism in that case. For my second case is self-reliance, and the definition of self-reliance is to be confident or show assurance of yourself. The reason why we need to be self-reliant is because we have to learn to do things for ourselves. If we weren't, we would still act like babies, crawling around on the floor saying goo goo gaga. You know the whole biz. We wouldn't be able to do anything at all. Nothing. Well, other than breathing, and eating, and, well, not everything. So, we need to be able to trust that we can handle things when we're adults. Confidence is very important for our future. And that brings me to one of the most important parts, how we think about our future. If we did not care about the future, all the world's problems wouldn't stay solved for long. New problems always come up. That's why we need to stay optimistic to handle these problems. Being optimistic helps you in the long run to think about the future. Optimism is always necessary. It helps us stay hopeful and shows us that things matter. It helps us to be confident so that we can do things on our own. It teaches us that the future is important. Now that you've heard all the reasons why I think that it is important to be optimistic, do you think that it is important to be optimistic too?
Judah, I love it. All right, before we end today, I just want to ask Judah one more question. Judah, what is your favorite thing about Davis Elementary? Because you are a 5th grader, so you've been at Davis your whole educational career, right? What's your favorite thing about Davis Elementary?
My favorite thing about Davis Elementary is all the teachers there who help us through every single grade. In 1st grade, they helped me learn how to read. And in 5th grade, they helped me when it got tough for me. And I just want to say thank you to all the teachers of Davis Elementary for helping me throughout all the years that I've been at Davis. You really have been an important part of my life, and I thank you for that.
Thank you, Judah. All right, Judah, I think Miss Brown is going to come back. You head on over there. Miss Brown's going to come, and we're going to talk about just a few more things that we have coming up at Davis Elementary with the chorus. Hi, Miss Brown.
Hello. Good job, Judah and Miley. We're very proud of you, and you did a fantastic job representing our school. So we just wanted to take a minute to highlight our chorus. I know that Ms. Howard and Ms. Still have probably been here before to talk about chorus things, or we have had students down here, but they do such great work. They have a spring concert coming up. We'll have dates. I'm sure they'll share on the Facebook page and on the Davis page. But the kids, the students, and Miss Howard and Miss Steele and the volunteers that help set up for these concerts are fantastic. And I would love for people to come out and show their support this spring
They would love
whenever they
that.
do their concert. And don't forget, the lip sync on Friday is going to be very entertaining. So 1:30 at Davis.
Yes,
We
$1
will both
admission.
Be in
We always perform for the
an
Davis lip
act.
sync.
Several teachers will be performing, and you're not going to want to miss it. There are going to be some really, really entertaining things going on. So I think that's about it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to KWN's Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic.
Have a great day.
Bye.